Hello everyone, today I'm going to be guiding you through the Edexcel Gcse English Language Paper 1 and 2, so sit back and listen while I dive into it. First of all, let's look at Paper 1, okay? Paper 1 focuses on fiction and imaginative writing and is divided into two sections. Section A is reading. You will be asked to read a 19th century fiction extract and answer 4 questions on it. This extract is unseen, which means that unlike the literature tests that you studied in school, so for example, Animal Farm, Macbeth, and so on, you and your teachers will not know that this extract could come up in the exam. Section B is writing. You will be given 2 writing tasks to do, and you have the option to choose which one you want to do. The writing tasks are linked by a theme to the reading extract. This means that if your reading extract talks about someone who commits a crime and tries to hide it, your writing task could be to write about a frightening experience or write about a time when you or someone you know tried to hide something. Now let's go back to section A for a minute and look at how the reading questions are structured. Like I said earlier, you will be asked to read an extract and answer 4 questions on it. You have 2 short questions that are worth 2 marks in total, 1 long question that is worth 6 marks, and lastly, you have an extended question that is worth 15 marks. Now, for the sake of clarity, my reference to short and long has to do with the length of the response that the question requires of you and not how long the question is, okay? No, it's how you answer the question extensively. All the questions in section A are worth 24 marks in total, okay? Now let's move on to section B. You have an extended writing task to do and you're required to write extensively. This question is worth 40 marks in total. It's a very important question. The marks are divided into 2 parts, 24 marks for content and 16 marks for technical accuracy. Technical accuracy has to do with your use of spelling, punctuation, vocabulary, sentence structures. Content, on the other hand, has to do with your awareness of purpose and audience, tone, style of writing, your use of structural and grammatical features. Okay? To complete paper 1, you will be given 1 hour and 45 minutes. Overall mark for both section A and B is 64, and this paper is worth 40% of your GCSE in English language. With that being said, I will now guide you through paper 2. Okay? Although there are some similarities between paper 1 and 2, paper 2 is very, very different from paper 1. Paper 2 focuses on non-fiction and transactional writing, and it's divided into 2 sections. Section A is reading. You will be asked to read 2 non-fiction extracts and answer 8 questions on them. As usual, the extracts are unseen. Please remember that in paper 1, the extracts you are reading are fictional, which means that they are created from the writer's imagination, whereas the extracts in paper 2 are non-fiction. They are real and based on facts, so these extracts could be in the form of letters, newspaper articles, travel writing, autobiography, so on and so forth. Section B of paper 2 focuses on writing. Just like in paper 1, you will be given 2 writing tasks and you have the option to choose which one you want to do. As usual, the writing tasks are linked by a theme to the reading extracts. This means that if your reading extract talks about, let's say, music, your writing task could be to write a newspaper article about how music affects people, or to write a review of a band, film, or concert that you feel strongly about. Okay, so section B is done. We will now go back to section A for a minute and look at how the reading questions are structured. Like I said earlier, you will be asked to read 2 extracts and answer 8 questions on them. For the sake of clarity, I will be referring to the extracts as text 1 and text 2. Section A is divided into 3 parts. The questions on the first part are related to text 1. The questions on the second part are related to text 2. and the questions on the third part are related to both text 1 and text 2. Now let's look at these questions more closely. In the section related to text 1, you have 2 short form questions worth 4 marks in total and 1 extended question worth 15 marks. In the section related to text 2, you have 2 short form questions worth 2 marks in total and 1 extended question worth 15 marks. In the section related to both text 1 and 2, you have 1 long question worth 6 marks and 1 extended question worth 14 marks. All the questions in section A are worth 36 marks in total. With that being said, we can move on to section B. You have an extended writing task to do. The question is worth 40 marks in total. Just as in paper 1, 24 marks are for content and 16 marks are for technical accuracy. To complete paper 2, you will be given 2 hours and 5 minutes. Overall mark for both section A and B is 96 marks, and this paper is worth 60% of your GCSE. Now, some may argue that it's better for you to put your effort into paper 2 rather than to put your effort in paper 1 because paper 2 is worth more than paper 1. But my argument is you should be putting your effort in both papers, okay? The fact that paper 2 is worth more than paper 1 doesn't mean that you shouldn't be putting any effort into paper 1, okay? You need to put your effort into both of them. Okay, now I know that for those of you who are just getting started with GCSE English language, it's very difficult for you to grasp the difference between paper 1 and paper 2. However, with time, you will be able to actually understand it better. Okay, so you need to be spending time going through these papers just to have a feel of what it looks like. Also, if you want a detailed explanation of what paper 1 is about and what paper 2 is about, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can receive notifications when I put the video out there. Okay, so as I approach the end of this video, I would like to add that GCSE English language is not only about paper 1 and 2, there is also a spoken language assessment that you need to do. Before you panic, let me just tell you that the mark you get does not count towards your GCSE English language. But this does not mean that you do not need to take it seriously. For your spoken language assessment, your teacher will ask you to pick a topic of your choice and present it to your classmates. This could be about climate change, it could be about racial discrimination, so on and so forth. You will be assessed on AO7 and AO9. If you want to know more about what AOs are, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can receive notifications when the video comes out. Your spoken language assessment will be marked by your English teacher, and he or she will be looking out for the way you present your topic to your audience, your use of standard English, and your readiness to answer the questions that the audience asks you. So I have reached the end of this video. I hope you found it useful. If you've learned something new and you are looking forward to learn more, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like, comment and share. Thank you.